Hi, in the video today I'm going to let you in on a little secret of mine, how I travel the galaxy for $30 or less. And the towel's optional. Come on. Hi, thanks for joining me today. Late last year, the scientific community was all a Twitter about some odd happenings around a star called KIC 8462852. It's a big mouthful. Let's just call it Tabby's star to make it easier. Now, the interesting thing about Tabby's star is that it doesn't behave the way planet hunters expect it to behave. There's odd phenomena about it. When they're looking at a star, they look for drops in the light emanating from those stars, regular drops, which basically say there's planets. But this one, the star, the particular dips and brightness did not match what they were expecting, and not only did the star light flicker unpredictably, but it's been getting dimmer and dimmer over time. Now, there's a lot of theories about what's going on here, from cometary, large cometary clouds, but the one that I really like the most is the fact that it's being caused by a large artificial construct, a large object being constructed in orbit. Now, if you've read as much science fiction as I have, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a Dyson sphere, and that's pretty exciting. For those of you who are saying, what's a vacuum cleaner part have to do with space? And why are scientists so excited about that? How did one get out that far? No, it's not a vacuum cleaner, or a part of a vacuum cleaner. A Dyson sphere is a hypothetical megastructure that completely encompasses the star, that captures most of its power output for the society that created it to use. Now, this was first described in 1937 by Olaf Stapleton in his science fiction novel called Star Maker, and later popularized by Freeman Dyson, hence the name, in his 1960s paper, The Search for Artificial Stellar Sources of Infrared Radiation. A stunning read, if I do say so myself. So, what does this have to do with traveling the galaxy? What about this secret I'm telling you about traveling the galaxy for $30 or less? Well, here we go. When I started seeing the news articles about this planet, the first thing I thought of was Peter F. Hamilton's book called Pandora's Star. Now, it's a big book. Don't be afraid of its size. It's over 1,000 pages, but it's a really good read, and when you're finished, I'm sure you'll be disappointed. Not that the story was bad, but you're disappointed that the story actually finished. Now, it basically is set in the 24th century. It's not the same future as the Star Trek 24th century, of course, but humanity has colonized planets, about 600, but it's all been done without the use of spaceships. So, in order to get to one of these other 600 planets, people go down to the train station and hop on a train. They hop on a train. Hey, let's go down to LAX, Los Angeles Galactic. Hop on the train to Betelgeuse 5, and that's how it's done. It's done by what they call compressed space technology. Now, for those who know of a wrinkle in time, you may know it as a tesseract, or a wrinkle, or a tessa. But it's basically, space is folded and the trains are sent through there. It's how they get from planet to planet, and they explore space using these compressed space, let's just call them wormholes. So the story starts when astronomer Dudley Bose is looking through the stars, looking at the stars, and he notices this star blink out. 1,000 light years away, the star just vanishes, and they look into it. It doesn't get sucked into a black hole. It doesn't go supernova. It just vanishes. It's like as if someone turned off a light switch and the star went out. So the only conclusion to be reached, in the book anyway, is that the star has been shielded or blockaded by some form of highly advanced technology. And who or what has that type of tech? This is what we want to find out. Since the location is further away than they can reach by wormhole, they decide to build a starship, a faster than light starship. They use the wormhole technology to create continuous wormholes to shoot the starship through, and it's explained in the book again. Very, very interesting. I just love it, the way he does it. But they go off to see whether it's a threat, if who represents the threat, whether the threat is from the builders, whether the threat is from someone being encased inside, or both. And I guess from the title of the book, Pandora's Star, you've probably got a good idea of what happens, especially if you know your Greek mythology. Now, this is just the main point, and while the politicians are deciding this, they're discussing it, they're talking about who's going to go, what they're going to, who's going to build the starship and all that, there are a lot of other plots liberally mixed in within here, and it goes. I love the way Peter Hamilton creates the world. He gives you insights into what's happening, how this is being done, all sorts of things, just to show what's to lose when everything goes pear-shaped, basically. The book's not only a space opera, but it also involves a murder mystery. It involves the hunt for terrorists, romantic rides through space, romantic train rides to different planets, a car chase. Yep, there's a cops and robber car chase in there, and quite a bit, including how humanity copes with a life-extending technologies of the time, and the type of world that's creating. That's the topic for an entirely different blog post or video as well. So, since we can't hop into a starship or open up a wormhole and go and find what's happening on Tabby's star and see what's actually going on, the next best thing is to have a look at a possible what-if scenario, and that's where Pandora's Star comes in. This is my selection. I highly recommend it, and I believe you'll like it too. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, share with your friends, and don't forget to read more, think more with your favourite beverage. See you next time. Late last year, the scientific community stop and delete that one. When looking for planets,
seeing the difference between my eyes and other things. I'm trying to stop you.
so if you do anything odd, I'm not worried about it.
If I want you to stop, I'm going to say stop.
Okay. It's not a vacuum cleaner. It's not a good. I thought it was a chicken. Things are conspiring.